What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the comeback of Onic versus TNC, alright? And we're going to analyze how they came back from the 7-0, I believe, deficit. So first off, we're going to look at the draft, of course, and it looks like Onic, I don't know, it says Coach Why Not in here, and it says MLBB here, but the logos are mixed up, so I don't know which one's which. So I'm kind of confused right now. There you go, they're going to switch it back up. And MPLPH production right now, they're kind of struggling right now. I see a lot of well, it's just little details that it should have been fixed before the tournament starts. But anyways, let's skip through this. There we go. Much better. Emma DJ is here, and then Coach Why Not. Okay, so TNC's in first pick. They banned Gatot, Fanny, and Lo Yi, which are Lo Yi is a respect ban for Super Friends, Fanny for King Kong, Gatot, I don't know why. And then these guys banned Sushin, TNC, Moskov, and Fovius, so they could either pick either Matilda, Joy, or Deny Pika Joy, or Deny Pika Suyu. Matilda, Joy, Suyu, or Harith. One of the 4 heroes that they could probably first pick. Matilda, Joy, Harith, Suyu. There. Those are the 4 heroes that they could probably first pick. And then if they get that, these guys could get like a Selena or something like that. Selena or Eve, or if not Selena or Eve, it depends on what these. If they pick Matilda, they're not gonna go Selena Eve. They're gonna go Harris instead. Okay, so they go Harris. These guys are probably gonna go Joy, just to avoid. Oh no, they might go Suyu actually, since they cannot pick Joy. Since they're gonna have too much magic, it's gonna be magic jungler and magic gold lane. So they might pick Joy, just to avoid that, that matchup. Joy +1. Joy. Joy Selena would probably be the best pick for me. Or Joy. Who else? There's no Fovius. Yeah, probably Joy Selena would probably be the best pick for me. But they take the Suyu. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I meant the Suyu. They're taking the Suyu so that they cannot pick the Joy since it's too much magic. That's what I meant to say earlier. I kind of messed it up. Yeah. So definitely Suyu Chu, okay, so Chu is good flex pick. I'm surprised they didn't pick Selena. I guess Selena's not that prioritized in tournament right now. Selena would be really good here though. Or they can take the Matilda +1, Matilda Alpha maybe? Something like that, Matilda Alpha, because that's the only jungler left. They cannot do Matilda Joy, it's too much magic, and Joy doesn't go well with Matilda, so they could either go Matilda Alpha or Matilda Fredrin. But Fredrin farms really slow compared to Alpha, so probably Alpha is a better pick. Yeah. Matilda Alpha. And now these guys are gonna pick maybe either Selena or Khalid. Selena or Khalid could be pretty good here, but Khalid is kind of hard to play against Alpha, so they could also pick like a gold laner, maybe like a Bruno or a Granger. There's no Moskov, so Bruno, Granger, Carry, those are the 3 good picks. Bruno, Granger, Carry, Beatrix. 4 good picks for the gold lane. They picked the Granger. Okay, so Granger's not too bad. I mean, Granger wins, loses in matchup in terms of laning against Harris, but it's Kelra, so I guess he just wants a comfort pick. He took the Granger. For the second phase ban, we banned the Eve. Ooh, okay, so they banned the Eve because they know that they have Matilda and Harith, so it's gonna be hard to play Eve anyway, so they just ban it off. I'm surprised nobody's banning Selena. So these guys banned the CC, which I'm not really sure why. Usually when you're first pick, you ban the Lucas on the second phase, since you cannot counter on the last pick. So that's why it's hard to not ban Lucas when you're first pick. So actually Onic has a chance of using Lucas. They banned the glue, so why did they ban the glue? I'm not really sure why. They might play like a Hylos or Hilda. They might play Hylos or Hilda if they ban the glue. Or Edith. They could also pick Edith here, which is not too bad. But they do have a Matilda, which is, I think they need like super long CC, which is what Edith gives. But it's hard to catch people off guard with Matilda. These guys should ban Lucas, or should ban, who else? Edith, or, yeah, there you go. They banned Selena, that's good. These guys are gonna pick Farsa, maybe. This is probably a Farsa pick. Farsa pick, there's no Eve, there's no Selena, there is no Loyi. Farsa's probably like the next best Mage. Who else? Novaria. Novaria could be pretty decent as well, but there's a Matilda, so they're gonna sustain the poke. Farsa could burst, so Matilda usually doesn't heal fast enough if you can burst correctly with Farsa, so I think Farsa is a better pick for Super Prince. But let's see what they pick. If they pick Farsa, these guys could go like... If they go Lucas, they go Valentina here, Valentina XP. So that's the hard part about picking Lucas on first pick. That's why that's why people often ban it on second phase. So these guys could pick like something. They need someone tanky in the front line on the XP. So the good part, they pick Sicilian. Oh wow. Okay, I did not expect that. I expected them to pick the Farsa instead. Sicilian scales way too long in my opinion. Like Super Prince is much more fit when his mid laner is fast clear, and then roams around the map with the Cho. Sicilian is too scaling for me in my opinion, but it does really good late game against this team composition. They don't have any split pushers, as you can see. Harris cannot split push, Bratz cannot split push, and also Alpha. So they're gonna go for a full team fight composition. These guys probably gonna go... If they go Sicilian, Farsa? Oh, Aurora. Okay. Why Aurora? I'm not really sure why Aurora, but I think it's just for added CC because they don't have a lot of crowd control. So that's probably why. And they got the Edith. Alright, so it's not too bad for both teams. I think this is like more a 50-50 draft. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is definitely more 50-50 draft. They have a lot of sustain on TSC side, but let's put my camera weight up. Put my camera back. There you go. Okay. Yeah, they have a lot of sustain on TNC side, but I think TNC has a better early game in my opinion because of this pick. This is where they kind of my iffy pick is the Sicilian. Not really a big fan of the Sicilian right now in the meta. It's just too slow. You cannot control the river. Usually you just farm at mid and then you just stack, and then hopefully you get to late game. You just pray you get to late game. So I'm not like a super big fan of Sicilian, but it's a Suyu Granger, so it is an early game gold laner and an early game jungler as well. But then again, Super Prince effectiveness, his impact is not seen as much if he's in heroes like Sicilian, right? Someone who cannot really control the river that well. And then these guys have poke and burst with Aurora and Matilda. They have sustain as well, poke and burst. So it's really good for them. So what they're gonna do is just poke, and they're just gonna in and out every single time. Aurora poke, and then Matilda second skill away, and then yeah, just auto attack and just. So they're pretty much playing like a cat and mouse kind of game. I feel like that's what TNC is going for, and this is just gonna be a 1v1 at the gold lane. And Kuzen, actually, I'm not gonna lie, Kuzen played pretty damn well against Kelra. Surprisingly well against Kelra. I mean, he was managing not to get solo killed, so that's already super good, right? All you need to do is just farm it off and get your gold, not get solo killed, not get gap. He wasn't getting his lane wasn't getting frozen, but then again, Matilda's doing a good job here, giving vision to Kozen so that he doesn't get pressured in his lane. So yeah, Yawei's also a big part of why Kozen is doing pretty well. Right now they're 1v1. You see how the Chu and Sicilian, they're mostly like just at mid, and they cannot do anything. They're just stagnant at mid, and this is what I don't like about the Sicilian pick. Only Chu could rotate with you, while on TNC side, Aurora and Matilda could rotate so much faster, and Sicilian cannot check bush that well if he's alone, and this is what happens if he checks bush when he's alone, see? So it's kind of hard. Kind of hard to position yourself, I'm gonna be honest with you. So very good first turtle fight for TNC right there, and it looks like King Kong just wanted to go for a trade. He went for the red buff. We already know who Onic is. They're not gonna go without a trade or without a fight. Without a trade or without a fight. If it's a free objective, they're probably trading something elsewhere. That's how people should treat them. Oh my god, what is this pause? Right there. What a long pause. Okay. Next. Kuzen still farming pretty well. Nothing happening so far. It's kind of hard to play Cho here as well. 2 purifies. And you have Aurora passive. Even if you kick Aurora, there's a high chance she lives. Barats, I mean, if you kick Barats, you're gonna put all your DPS into the Barats and buy your time, and then there's still a Mathilda that could possibly make Barats survive. So I think, in my opinion, like this draft is lacking bursts in the mage department. Lacking bursts in the mage department. That was a really good engage from Barats, forcing Alpha to ulti. So it was a zoning ulti from Barats. Lord JM is actually playing quite well as well. I'm not gonna lie. He played really well this game, other than the play he's gonna make later, which I've seen before. I was watching this game, so I'm kind of aware of what's gonna happen, but we're looking at an analysis here, and we're seeing where the difference was made. And so far, I think Onic's problem is the draft being too slow at mid, and Super Friends not keeping up with the Mathilda and Aurora. That's pretty much it. I mean, he's managing to poke, but then again, it's a Mathilda, so if you poke with your first skill, you're gonna get stacks, but then Yahweh just sustains your poke in the early to mid game, because it's a Sicilian, right? Like I said earlier, it's a scaling hero. Right here, Aurora almost dies, but he's gonna live. Yahweh gonna go for a heal, I think. No, he's not. He doesn't have blessing yet, I guess. There's a turtle fight. Lord JM is holding this turtle. Let's see how they approach it. Suyu is gonna go for a trade on the tower since they don't want to go on a team fight. So Onic pretty much knows that they need the Sicilian to scale, so that's why they're not fighting these turtles and giving them for free. And Suyu's just farming it off. Not like they're trying to avoid team fights just because they have a Sicilian pick. This might be like one of the last times, or not even the last time, one of the few times that we're gonna see a Sicilian in the MPL. Just looking at this, it's just too slow right now. Brusco, they have a Cho though to make him faster, but then again, if you're gonna fast clear mid lane, you're giving less stacks to Sicilian since you're clearing a lot faster. It takes 3 first skills to clear 1 wave of minions, but with the Chu, it takes only 2 first skills to clear 1 wave of minions with Concussive Blast. So it's less stacks for you if you do it that way. So in most cases, this Chu doesn't want to fast clear. This Chu wants to give Sicilian stack. And TNC, they are actually like setting up really well for these objectives as well, going 4-man after pressuring mid. They know that the Sicilian's gonna be really slow to defend and go to the bot lane. So they went bot right away, knowing that Sicilian still needs to clear mid for like a couple of seconds. So they get like the go ahead position. Barats is just there for vision, since they need a really hard front line. So Lord JM is doing his job pretty efficiently right now. Just giving vision, doesn't even care if he gets picked off. Or poke. I mean, the only person that could poke the Barats right now is probably Kelra. But then again, Kelra is in the laning phase like earlier, right? He cannot be in the turtle fights right now. Yeah, if Suyu tries to go for the Barats could ulti the Suyu, so it's kind of hard to poke Barats with Suyu. Ooh, why did he dash in like that? Alone! He was alone. Okay. I'm kind of surprised Onic still fought that. Why? So usually, the mindset here is the turtle's about to be up, right? The first mistake was Kurt going in with a second skill and wasting a flicker for that. The next mistake is Onic still fighting even when Harith used Zaman Force. Because if they didn't fight that, they would have gotten advantage because Harith is not going to get Zaman Force here in this turtle fight if they just backed off. If they backed away. But they didn't back away. They tried fighting, and now Harris was able to DPS a little bit before the turtle. So instead of taking advantage of the wasted Harris ult, they fought it for a little bit, which gave them a disadvantage, and TNC got another free turtle. So, in my opinion, they should have backed off. Kirk already fucked up. I don't know. I mean, I'm recording this after Onic lost to Aurora, by the way. Even Kirk is kind of lacking right now. I'm gonna be honest, especially his Chu against Aurora. If you guys saw the Aurora series, his Chu was kind of, I don't know, he wasn't able to make plays, or it was hard for him to make plays. And right now we see that with his Edith a little bit, right? So he might be a little bit lacking right now, Kirk. I'm gonna be honest with you. In terms of what I see, Brusco, he's just here to get vision. And they cannot really make a play. But like, if Brusco kicks someone, most likely they will sustain. There's two people with Purify. If you kick the Barats, most likely he's gonna sustain since you guys are so behind. If you kick the Aurora, he's gonna live another day because of the passive. I mean, I guess you could kick the Alpha in time during Turtles and Lords, but that's about it. But the Alpha is still pretty, yeah, a lot of sustain with Mathilda, and you have your lifesteal. And you have, if you have Queen's Wings, you sustain even more. So that's the hard part. This is why Mathilda is such a prio ban in the first phase. Because of the team fight. The team fight is very good, the sustain is kinda annoying. So they need their anti-heal first. And Sicilian, he's not known for a mage that builds anti-heal first. He usually goes Elegant Gem and then anti-heal. So it takes quite some time for you to get that anti-heal. Unless you're fed, you get like a couple of free kills in the beginning. This is a very good engage from Lord JM, just controlling the eye bush and misposition from Super Prince right there, going into the death edge. This is what I call a death edge right there, with no info. And it's really hard for Edith and Chu to give vision, because even if you do try to get vision, you're probably gonna get poked by Aurora, and they either get poked or they just run away from you with Mathilda. So it's kind of hard to play Edith and Cho here. Yeah. And then with the addition of two Purifies. Yeah. So it just makes it quite hard. But good thing Onic is they're getting a trade here on the bot lane. At least instead of nothing after the first Lord. So the best thing they could do is probably just defend. Defend and let Sicilian get his items and hopefully hope for the best. Just usual Sicilian gameplay. Like, you would realize this even in solo queue, right? In solo queue, if someone plays Sicilian, even if the other team is losing, they have a really high chance of coming back, as long as the game is prolonged and you just defend, and Sicilian doesn't die. But then again, this is a tournament. This is tournament play, so they need like a miracle. They need a miracle to make this thing happen. So they prolong the game, wait for TNT to make a mistake, and capitalize from that mistake. That's the only thing they could do. But for the next few Lords, they probably cannot do anything until the Sicilian gets his items. And same with the Granger as well. Because Granger 0-0-0, there's nothing going on, so TNC's just getting towers for free. Like, as you can see, Onic they're not taking any fights, and they know that, I mean, they are aware of their win condition, but the win condition is kind of hard to meet, because look at the items. Only one item. This is Elegant Gem. I mean, Elegant Gem anti-heal, and then he's probably gonna go Wishing Lantern here. Then there's no Divine Glaive yet, there's no Clock of Destiny yet for higher mana. There's no Holy Crystal, there's no Clock of Destiny and Divine Glaive. So they're lacking damage. If they fight this, they will lose. They fight it. Mathilda, the sustain. Aurora scales a lot quicker, but then late game is still good. 169 stacks only in 11 minutes. 0 to Sicilian. Super Prince cannot do anything. So just defend. Hopefully Brusco gets like a godly kick, or Edith gets a godly throw, I guess. Godly knockup. That's what I'm expecting here. Or TNC just makes a grave error at one point where they kind of just overcommit. But let's see here. I mean, yeah, let's see what happens here. Okay, they're just farming. I mean, nothing's happening here. The next Lord, here we go. TNC should still be ahead. You see how it's just 4 kills, but they're 4,000 gold ahead. Just the objectives. Barat's doing his work, making sure nobody goes near, zoning the Cho and the Edith at the same time. Get him some stacks. He's gonna hide into the bush and he's gonna make a play. He got the Suyu. Oh, he dodged that. Damn. There it is. Oh, but it's too much sustain. They don't have enough damage, like I told you. Yo, they don't have enough damage. Oh, Brusco though, nice kick. I don't know if it was a good idea. Still too much sustain, not enough damage. Sicilian has had free hit that whole team fight, but nobody died. Nobody died because of Mathilda. Not enough damage. They definitely need a burst mage instead. Farsa would have been really, really good. Farsa, or even like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think even Vexana would have been better. Vexana would have been better here. With the added CC instead of Sicilian. But I think that was the only bad pick from Onic, in my opinion. Chu was okay, fast mid. Edith could have been something else, I guess. What could Edith have been? Oh, they banned the CC. Alright, so TNC banned the CC earlier knowing that they're gonna play something like Barats. So it was already planned to begin with. So who could go against Barats? They could have gone XP Chu and then go another tank like a Jawhead maybe to make it faster. Pick off. So they could pick off, but then it's an Aurora, so it's kind of hard to play Jawhead, huh? XP Chu, and then who else could they play in tank? Khalid? No, Khalid is good against Mathilda, but kind of hard against Alpha and Aurora. It's just annoying to go against Mathilda. Right here, Onic is just gonna defend. They don't want to do team fights yet. Like I said earlier, like they're just here. They're pretty much just here to just prolong the game. They don't want to fight. Just prolong the game. Brusco's just giving aura and presence in front. They know their win condition, although it's 6-0 right now. Like just imagine that. I mean, like I said, I've seen this game before, and just one mistake from in the late game just costs you the game. So that's how easy it is to turn things around, especially against like these really high top tier teams that could really punish you if you make like one simple mistake on a team fight. Ooh, that is risky right there. I don't know if that was worth it though, was it? Aurora with the flicker ulti. I mean, he lived. I think they were ready for it. That was risky. But I think it was a good risk because the Lord is still not up. Even if they die, like, even if he dies, the Lord is still not going to be up by then. So, nice try from Lancy. And I think Mathilda was ready. It looks like Yahweh was ready with the second skill. So, I could see that, like, they're communicating just based off what they're doing in the game. I could see that they're actually talking to each other. And they're clear. It's not like any miscoms or anything. It's not like a solo play. I've seen some players do solo plays like that, like all of a sudden without telling their teammates that they're gonna engage. But it looked like it was planned. So the Lord's about to be up in 30 seconds. They need to flow the long lane here, which is the top lane. And it looks like Barats is gonna do it. They're gonna flow this last wave before going into the Lord. And then after going into the Lord, since Onic doesn't really have a split pusher as well, unless Suyu split pushes. The problem with that is they're gonna burst the Lord if they see Suyu in the long lane. So they're gonna have Granger here just shoot down the next wave on top lane. And Lord is up. They know that their long lane is winning, so they're probably gonna put pressure on this Lord for TNC. So far the Lord dance is pretty good for TNC. They set up really well. Okay, nice sustain. They know that Onic might be here. They know that their long lane is in equilibrium right now, which is, yeah, TNC knows that they're not in an advantage on the top lane anymore. But the mid lane is an advantage because the base tower is down. Nice kick from Brusco. They're going to go for a poke right here. This is good. Oh my god, but they don't deal enough damage. Like I told you, it's too much sustain, bro. There you go. There's Divine Glaive. At least Sicilian has Divine Glaive now. This is what they need. This is what they need. This is what they need. If you kick a target like that, you need like Magic Pen. If you don't have Magic Pen, you're kind of screwed. Unless you're a burst type hero. And now they don't have anything. They don't have Sicilian ulti. They don't have True Kick. It's a 4v5. And they're going to give the Lord away for free. Which is understandable. They're just going to defend it. Like I said. If Onic ends up not getting a pick off, they're just going to defend it. Or failing a pick off. They're kind of confident that Sicilian can defend. So Wishing Lantern, anti-heal, and almost Clock of Destiny. And then Granger is about to be... Oh, Granger is full build, so that's good. Suyu is one more build away from full build, so that's not too bad. What's with the gold? The gold is all messed up. MPLPH fixed that. It says 2.18k gold for Granger, which is impossible. It's for 17 minutes in. Alright, the Lord is here. They just need to flow the Lord correctly for TNC to finish the game. This is actually endable in my opinion. Oh man, they're gonna burst the Lord. Okay. Oh, okay. Wait, why are we forcing mid? Yo, why are we forcing mid? Why are we not flowing the other lanes? Alright, the towers are still down, but this is such bad flow. Like, they're gonna get one. They could have gotten two base towers in that push. Why are they going with the Lord? There's no tower at mid. They should be at the side lane. They just wasted like a Lord. It wasn't even that good. It was just one base tower. They could have gotten two if they flowed it correctly, or if they went into the side lane. So basically, the idea there is to let the Lord push first and get to the base first, while you focus on the side lane. While they're too busy defending the Lord. That would have been a lot better. In my opinion, they could have gone top lane first, since the bot lane was kind of delayed. So basically, what should have happened earlier was let the Lord push, and then you guys focus top lane, get the tower, and then since this lane was delayed, but Barats pushed it. If you notice earlier, if you replay it, Barats pushed it to make it equilibrium and flow at the same time. They could have delayed this so that they focus on this tower and they still have super minions on the bot lane after the Lord and their top lane gets cleared. That would have been like the best flow, in my opinion at least, if you replay it. But yeah, they still got a base tower, and luckily the base tower that they got is the long lane on the next Lord, which is bot lane. So that's actually in favor of TNC. Now they don't have to flow the bot lane. Even if they leave it alone, the bot lane should win with super minions, bigger minions than what Onic has. Alright, so that's one thing that I noticed from TNC. Definitely could have been a little bit more efficient there. You see how if it's looking like a perfect game so far, but there's like little tweaks that they still could have done. You know what I mean? To make things better. So there's really no such thing as a perfect team, right? There's always gonna be like one minor mistake that you could always improve on in a game. Okay, so this is the Lord. From what I remember, this is where the comeback happens, and I think someone messes up. From what I remember. Let's see here. So the bot lane, they don't have to push for TNC since it's super minions. The base tower is there. Barats is gonna clear this top lane so it doesn't get pressured. And then after clearing this, they're gonna go for a whole team fight. They're gonna bait the Lord, and then Barats is gonna go for a play, like they've done in the previous Lords. Right here, Barats is hiding here so they don't see Daytona coming. Right there. Alright, and it's a good thing Yaoi's actually ready for the second skill in case Lord JM gets second skill by Sicilian and stuff like that. I think this is where the play happens. Yeah. What is that? Reflexes from Kelra though? How? How do you react to that? Right? How do you react? I don't understand. I don't know who got the Lord. Wait, give me a second. Who got the Lord? Wait. I need to repeat that. Who got the Lord? So Suyu got the Lord. They left the Lord. Yeah, so that was the mistake right there. I think it was a miscom. Because if Bratz already failed, they should have focused on hero, and the hero that they should have focused on, the hero that they should have focused on was the hero near the Lord. Because Bratz already messed up, right? And the problem was TNC. Oh my god, they're trash talking him. Okay, TNC overcommitted here on this team fight, on that last team fight. Like, they already messed up and everything. They gave away the Lord, and they kind of just broken pressure, broken pressure. Just one mistake, kind of just they got overhyped, I guess, or they wanted revenge, or I don't know. They wanted some form of trade that they forced, and they overextended, and the comeback happened. Alright. So basically, to break it all down, TNC messed up an engage with the Barats. It was gonna be okay as long as TNC focused on the heroes that were doing the Lord, which was the Suyu. As long as they focused on hero, but they reacted too much on the Granger, which still has Flicker, by the way, that could run away, even though they have Mathilda. But just to avoid Onic from getting the Lord, they should have focused on Suyu, and was it Chu? I forgot. It was Chu or Edith that bursted the Lord. If they prevented Suyu and the other guy from doing the Lord, TNC should have gotten this game. Really. Should have gotten this game. Really. Even with the messed up engage from Lord JM. I don't think it's Lord JM's fault. I think it's more of like a a decision making from the team in general fault. So it's pretty much everybody's fault, in my opinion. Because they still overcommitted even after failing an engage, giving away the Lord for free, which they could have defended if they all stayed alive. It's still defable. They still have so much towers. Yeah, so they pretty much overcommitted and overchased, and that's why Onic came back. But anyways, yeah, you guys let me know how TNC could have played this better. I think in terms of draft, you could definitely see that TNC won the draft because they were roaming around the map a lot quicker. And they were making a lot of plays, where Sicilian was just stuck at mid with Cho, right? And they were liking damage early, and they had this one team fight and just kind of punish you for it. So make sure you guys like and subscribe before you guys leave, and then comment down below what you guys think. Either Onic could have drafted better or could have done better if they wanted to. It wasn't a comeback, you know, or TNC, what TNC could have done better, so that they could have won against Onic. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.